Yeah, maybe this is a good time for you to share the first and second and third coming. You've touched on it with some of the things you've said so far, but I think this would be a good time to flesh that out.
Well, you do know about some of my writings, don't you? Yeah, I wrote a book called The Third Coming. And what happened with that, I was at Unity School working there, and the head of our books and publishing and things came to me and said, Jim, I have a title for a book for you. And I said, what is it? He said, The Third Coming. And he said, I'd like you to write a book on that. So I said, well, what's it about? And he said, I don't know. I just have the title. So I said, well, let me think about it. Because, Third Coming, what's that? And then we got First Coming. If there's a second coming, there's got to be a first coming. And what's this third coming? So anyway, I did a lot of thinking about it. And basically, the first coming is the spiritual giants arriving on the scene. And in Christianity, that's Jesus. For Buddhism, it's Buddha. So that's the first one. The second coming for most of humanity is when the spiritual giants, they return. But I don't believe that. I believe the second coming is that spiritual awakening in the individual's heart. So the second coming becomes immensely personal for each individual. So first coming, the spiritual giant, the time of the one. And then we have the second coming, which is, I think, underway and has been for thousands of years, where humanity, one person at a time, is waking up. And then there comes the third coming. And the third coming, as I portrayed it in the book, that's the global awakening. And there are principles around that. And you have Paul's statement, and we'll all be changed in the twinkling of an eye. So that got my attention. Well, wait a minute, because we're going person by person by person over thousands of years. But here's this, we'll all be changed in the twinkling of an eye. And then we got the 100th monkey that you referred to. Hopefully people know what we're talking about. And then this sudden transformation that takes place. I think there are principles around all of that. We've talked about some of them here. And we need to put them to the test, not just believe them. You have to put them to the test. Like seek first the kingdom, everything's added. Boy, what a promise that is. Be still and know that I am God. What a promise that is. But you got to put that stuff to the test. And then things happen to you.
Yeah, those scriptures, so many people just hear them as poetry or words or phrases, and they've just come background noise for a lot of people. But what you're saying is these aren't just statements, they're invitations.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're far from just words or poetry. I mean, they're challenges. Be still and know. So, and that never ends.